What is up, guys? Your boy Ren here today with another fantastic deck, and well, today we're gonna talk about no energy, zero energy, trash rubbish deck, which is a Ninetales Rotom deck, right? But before I'm gonna talk about the deck, before we're gonna go card by card, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that, for more content from your boy Raven, and from, everything that comes with it, and more stuff that's going to happen on the second YouTube channel, which is Ravenclaw's Snatchku, because there are things coming, right? Especially also here, but there as well. Alright, so no energy deck. As you can see, all the attacks, right? For example, Rubbish Blizzard doesn't take energy. The same goes to Rotom, right? If you have 9 tools, well, attacks are for free, and that's gonna be our goal. So not only use a Rubbish Blizzard for a lot of damage, at least this 140, but also attack with Rotom. So let's take a look at the deck itself. We got line of 2-2 Blitzle and Zebstrika for the discard. We have 3 Rotoms right here, which are 3 psychic ones and 1 electric, if you want to, because I know there are different ones that you can choose from, right? Or not, or at least they were, because they're small Rotom. But those 3 are the best in my opinion, right? Especially, due to a lot of psychic type in play and the psychic type weakness that is already a lot in the meta, right? So here we are weak to dark type, so not really something that is heavily played. Then 1 lightning type Rotom, just for this lightning type weakness that may happen. Then we got a line of 4-3 Vulpix. Of course, it has to be Alolan Vulpix. Don't forget about that. It has to be Alolan Vulpix. And Ninetales with a fantastic Rubbish Blizzard. Then we have 1 Phione, and this will help you not deck out. Like, this is a card that you want to use not only for the ability, but mainly to not deck out, because we're gonna be really discarding heavily. So Phione does help a lot you to not deck out, right? So you always have to have this 1 place on the bench for Phione, so you can actually use the ability, put it back to the deck, then you can draw it, put it back to the deck again, and so on and so forth. We do play 44 trainer cards and no energy, so let's take a look at this 44 trainer cards and adventure bag. For adventure bag, that is not something you're surprised, because it takes 2 tools from your deck to your hand. Then we got 2 Lana's fishing rod if something gets discarded or knocked out, 3 Pokégears 3.0, 3 Pokémon Communications, 1 Reset Stamp, of course, with 1 Shrine of Punishment, and 1 Wondrous Labyrinth that works quite well with our fairy type Ninetales and definitely messes up plans of your opponent. Then we got 3 Hapus, so more discard, 2 Ingo and Emmet, more discarding, 1 Professor Oak setup just to set up Blitzle, Rotom and the Vulpix, 1 Red's challenged for more discard, and Sightseer for even more discard. Actually, of course, they're all draw supporters, but the discard thing is a lot more important. I know that after Sword and Shield is going to come out, we're going to have this new Sycamore that is going to go into this deck, so be aware of that. And now the tools that we are going to be discarding, so 3 Ear-Ringing Bells, 4 Escape Boards, 1 Fairy Charm Psychic, 1 Fairy Charm Ability, 1 Fairy Charm Ultra Beast, 1 Giant Bomb, 3 Spell Tags, 2 Stealthy Hoods, and 2 U-Turn Boards. That is the whole deck. That's the whole idea. The whole deck is down there below in the description. You can copy and paste it to your own Pokemon trading card game. And now, no energy Rotom Trash is gonna go and play some games. So let's go. Let's play those few games of this amazing deck, and let's have some fun, right? So yesterday we finished with the spread, of course, and now where's the crazy Rotom? There it is. And do you want to go first or you want to go second? I like to go first, you know that, but most importantly because you can still play support at turn 1, not like when February is gonna come, so you actually get a heads up with discarding, right? So doing your turn 2, you might even actually be able to attack with Rotoms, which is quite good. But here in this scenario we're going second, we do not draw anything, it's fine. My opponent is of course mulliganing as well. Let's take a look at the coffee here, and the coffee is good. As you kind of notice, okay, that's an Excadrill deck. As you kind of may have noticed, there's not a lot of things that will help us to determine what we have in prize cards. So this may be trickier. I mean, we've got Pokémon Communication. This may help us. Alright, so I'm going to start with Rotom. because Blitzy is more important here, so I want to have it on the bench like that. So I know we have those tools, but well, sometimes I know it's hard to determine what we have. So you kind of look more at the Pokemon side, right? What mons are in your discard pile, not really, you know, trainer cards, at least from my experience, that what you more likely going to do. And of course, you know, Plasma Slice and everything that Rotom does, well, you can't attack during your next turn, so you have to use, you know, U-Turn Boards, Escape Boards to start retreating. So it is kind of like, you might even say, a Reshazat in terms of that. Alright, so my opponent passed the turn. Let's take a look at Adventure Bag, and we've got a Sightseer, so I'm going to start discarding, right? Like, you know, discarding is going to be important here. We all know that. So let's start doing that. So Sightseer, discard of 4. So 4 tools already in the discard pile. 4, I said, there we go. Because we do have to do that. Look at that. Wondrous Labyrinth. Alright, this is, you know, definitely fine card to have. Dig, it's not going to knock me out. There's a resistance involved. I can pass the turn. Next turn we have Oaks set up. We've got Zebstrika. And we also got Wondrous Labyrinth to stop my opponent from attacking, at least for this one turn. Flip a coin, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, down to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Alright, so he put back to the deck Excadrill, and he got a Drillbur. And I'm kind of happy that actually there's a resistance, that actually I did not play Wondrous Labyrinth, because as you can see right now, he had the Stadium. So now Wondrous Labyrinth, because I will be discarding it, right? I will be playing Zebstrika, so I don't really want to, you know, like mess my hand up that much. Right, we got Alolan Vulpix, and let's get, hello, Rotom, there we go, let's get another Rotom. There we go. So Zebstrika, we still have at least, you know, 2 more in the deck. There's no way I can determine that right now. I mean, I could have with Oak, and I kind of made that mistake, because I could have done that with Oak, but, well, what can I say, you know, sometimes mistakes are made, because, yeah, like Oak could have, yeah, get me that. Red's challenge definitely can help me determine what we have, what we don't have. There goes Excadrill for 1 energy, so with, never mind, I would say with Wondrous Labyrinth that's gonna be a little bit more, but it's not. Heads, so he's preventing everything. And, well, I'm using Sprint, right? So Zebstrika with a Sprint, discarding, and let's take a look here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so I need 2 more in the discard pile. Spell tag is going to be quite important here. Let's take a look what we have. I mean, I can play Inyo and Emmet. I will discard my whole hand, but I will draw 5, and I will take a look, you know, what I have. That, yeah, we're getting from the bottom, because we took a look, you know, at the first card. There we go. Let's get rid of Chaotic Swell. I can Pokémon Communication Zebstrika, and now let me take a look. So we got both Ninetales, we got 2 Zebstrikas, so I got all my mons. Here we still have Lana's Fishing Rods. Let's take a look. Right, supporters are here, so Hapu is definitely prized. At least 2 Hapus are prized. Okay. It's not that bad, it could have been a lot worse, let me tell you. Of course, Adventure Bag, just to prepare my next turn, but also, what's quite important to know, I will play a spell tag on the Rotom. Right, because I do need that. I can't really attack. There's still 2 not enough, which I have in my hand. Those are 2 escape boards. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right, and I need 9. So that's a switch, and that might be actually a knockout right now with Drill Bazooka. But with that spell tag, actually it puts him down to 120, so exactly where I want him for the knockout. So there we go, we're gonna use our Rotom, Zebstrika, and now I can attack with Rotom. So that's why I said Zebstrika is really, really important Right, now Lana's Fishing Rod, definitely Lana's Fishing Rod. We need the Rotom's back, of course. My mistake is that there is going to be a tool, so I can't really attack. So I made a mistake. I'm stupid. Never mind. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have not done that. Let me tell you, should have not done that. I mean, you know, sometimes you just made a mistake and, well... Okay, I can still attack. Whew. Okay, got scared a little bit, but the fact that I can still attack is really, really good. So Rotom comes back. Okay. Yeah, because of spell tag I was on. Okay, that was on the Rotom. And of course a knockout. So right now my engine is running. I'm okay. I can do whatever I want right now. And he, well, he has to evolve into stuff. That's why I did not play Reset Stamp, because this gives him 6 cards, now 5. So I do had to plan that ahead. And well, as you can see, we're doing quite well, even though, well, the start was not the fastest, right? As soon as, you know, we got our engine, and I think, you know, Wondrous Labyrinth was important for what it was, right? It would get discarded in, either way, so it was good to play him. Now, I know I can't attack this turn, and I know that. But also, I can still use Sprint. 14 cards left in the deck. I know, we're doing... That's a little bit aggressive, I know. Don't worry, but now the U-Turn boards are gonna go on both Rotoms. So what I want right now is, of course, after this active Rotom is going to get knocked out, I will be able to switch in between 2 Rotoms and attack each turn, which is quite important for me. And of course I will be using Lana's Fishing Rod, but let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so I will be able to use Lana's Fishing Rod. And I can attack right now, or I can't, because he's using Dig. And, well, Lana's Fishing Rod, right? I'm gonna bring back Rotom, and I'm gonna also bring back Escape Board. And because, you know, he had the heads, there's just actually no point of attacking. If he's gonna knock it out, I will be able to knock it out with spell tag. So it is a kind of a win-win situation for me still. I still get my knockout. So we're still on, you know, the level of 4, and I can actually attack them. There's a Flygon. So I have to be a little bit careful here. You know, there's a knockout, even though there was a resistance. And of course I will have a knockout as well. And now I have 2 Rotoms that I can just switch. And as I said, right, Hapu prized and Hapu was prized. So I'm fine with, you know, giving him a Rotom here, because I will have another Rotom. And I know I have Escape Board in my deck still, so that's a knockout. So that's why I said, right, Lana's Fishing Rod, quite important. He can deal 60 damage. Well, he can actually knock it out, right? So he has a knockout next turn. I might have a knockout also next turn. So, you know, it's going to be hopefully knockout after knockout. He might not have the energy, actually, to fuel the Dig. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's a Cynthia. Okay, that's another Archrite. Oh, so he is digging, you might say, right? That's a pun to his attack, but he is digging for that energy, and he needs energy again for the bench. So he is really hoping for coin flips right now, which is okay. He's switching, right? Okay, that's a switch. So he literally just gave me a free knockout while not knocking out, you know, my own Mon. And he allowed me to retreat. And now there is going to be resistance involved if he wants to attack with Trapinac. I mean, that's good for me. Like, this is fine with me. Okay, there is a Stadium. Alright, so definitely that might be a more damage. And it is more damage. Let's take a look at the coin flip. It is heads. Okay, so this heads definitely is not good for me. So this time I'm gonna play Ninetales, right? U-Turn Board. And a Rubbish Blizzard. Of course, I know there's no effect. So that's 50, that is what? That's, I believe that's around 90, so I don't think that's a knockout. There's a Flygon. Flygon, hopefully it's gonna be B-Gon in a few moments. Just like Trapneck. Drillbur, because again, baby deck versus baby deck, that is whoever gets this slight advantage, whoever gets those prize cards first, and that's 90 damage. That's heads again. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Oh, this is... I mean, I know there's nothing I can do. I mean, he has to be the luckiest player on Earth right now. Right, so that's a dig. Coin flip. Finally, nothing. So... That's a Rotom. 140 HP. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Let me take a look at what I have in the deck. So there are still 3 things here. So I have the next turn idea. I mean, this is gonna be like the silliest thing I'm gonna do, but I have a way to actually attack for 140 next turn with Ninetales, if I'm not gonna mess it up. So Rotom for the knockout. He's gonna bring Exadrill, hands down, because he thinks I have no way of making that damage. So again, let me count, because I have to be precise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, okay. But I'm still gonna do what I wanted to do. So this is gonna be Inyo and Emmet. Yes. Sure, I'm gonna draw from the top, let's go for it. So I'm discarding everything, right? There are more tools right now. So what I'm doing is, I can't play Zebstrika. That's a Whirlpool Suction. And that's a knockout. For 150, so either way I would win. I played Whirlpool Suction just to still have a card in my deck if anything would happen. So ladies and gentlemen, that is a no energy Rotom trash deck. The camera just went blurry because of how good the deck actually is, and the whole deck is down in the description. Also in the description you have a 5% discount on any code with a purchase on Professor O. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Goodbye and good night. Raven loves ya. Take care. Bye. Love ya. Bye.